Hey everyone, it's Amber Spotted Elk at the Paper Owl and welcome to my channel. Today I have some fun DIY decor items that are so fun, easy, simple, and can be used all year round. As always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment below, let me know which of these is your favorite, and as always, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified every single time that I upload, and I'm getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, so definitely help me out. And without further ado, let's get started.
Start out, I have this board. I had kind of already decorated it from something else I was going to use it for. So it's just a Dollar Tree sign that I had painted and put some lines on. This little scrap paper from Dollar Tree has so many cute animals. I picked this bird. I figure it's something that can just be used kind of all year round. Super cute, simple. I've got this greenery from Walgreens from Walmart, and it was like $1 or $2 a bunch. Super affordable, super cute. And then this welcome sign from Dollar Tree, I'm just going to paint black and add this to the sign as well. And it does take a few coats to go on that metal, but super easy and not very hard to paint at all. So there is it painted. You can see I kind of stippled it on to kind of help make sure the paint was sticking to itself on the metal. And now we're going to Mod Podge this bird on and get the wreath glued on that I made. And I didn't like put the greenery on an actual wreath because I wanted it to lie flatter on the sign. So I just glued some of those greenery pieces together. And I think I only used one bunch. I might have used two or part of another one, but it didn't take much. So I'm just marking here where exactly I want my bird to be sitting, and like the little tiny pencil marks will be covered with the greenery, so it's not a big deal. So I've got that glued down, and now I'm going to glue down my greenery, and I use the Gorilla Glue hot glue, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's got such a great hold. And we'll get that down, and then I'm going to put a little decoration down in the middle of that wreath. So I just put some extra greenery, some like eucalyptus stuff from Dollar Tree, and just leftover greenery bits and pieces I've had here and there, and made kind of a little statement piece down at the bottom of that wreath. I feel like it just adds so much more to like any sort of greenery or wreath. Putting that like little accent piece on just I feel like helps a lot. So and then of course I'm going to add a bow and this ticking ribbon. I think that one was from Dollar Tree. So there's the welcome sign, nice and dry, and we're going to put that just down at the bottom of the sign. So nothing crazy. When you're putting your hot glue on this, you want to work fast. It dries fast on the metal, and you want to be careful because that metal will heat up and burn your fingers if you let it. So be very careful as always when working with hot glue. But there it is. It's so simple, so cute. Like I said, something you can use just all year round, and so easy, affordable. I mean, altogether, this was less than $5. For something that can stay in your house all year round. You could even attach this to your door if you wanted to. I just absolutely love it. Next up is something even more easy. I love doing these. I know people have probably seen this before, but this is a calendar for 2023. They had some really good ones. They've been putting out a lot of good ones the past few years. So anytime you see them in Dollar Tree, snag them up. So I decided to pick, I couldn't decide, but I decided to pick that garden one with the 3 little pieces there. And so you want to make sure there's like 2 staples in this calendar, and that's how I remove these pictures the easiest, because then you can just take out the whole pieces of paper and cut down the lines, and that's going to be your best bet when removing these. So that's absolutely what I recommend versus just cutting them right out of the calendar. You can always paper clip the calendar to hold it together later, but yeah, taking out those paper clips the best way. So you can see me just cutting along the line there. So it makes it so much nicer. And basically the white piece of paper that comes with that frame, and that frame is from Dollar Tree. I think it's like a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12, something like that, but it's the square frame, and they always sell that style at Dollar Tree. So it's super easy to find. And I'm just going to use, glue stick to put this on. You could use Mod Podge, but the paper's really thin, so I feel like with Mod Podge it's gonna maybe make it wrinkle a little bit. So yeah, I would use glue stick, or honestly, if you're putting the glass back on it, you won't even have to glue it. I think I did put the glass back on this before. I've done it without the glass too, but so yeah, honestly, if you wanted to skip the glue and you're putting the glass back on the picture, you don't even need to bother gluing it at all, and that'll save you from any wrinkles that might show up. So but it's just such a perfect fit. There's like a little bit of an edge all the way around the picture, but honestly I kind of like that a little bit. It almost looks like it's matted, and you can see that little hole, like, you know, because it's a calendar and you normally hang it up and stuff. But honestly, once it's on the picture and it's down on there, like, you can't see that little hole. It hardly shows at all. So I wouldn't worry about that. If you want to, you can always cut it off. It will make the edging around it like a little bit off-sided. Like the top and bottom edging will obviously have like a bigger white space than on the sides if you cut that top piece off. But do whatever is going to make you happy. I know that might really bother some people, but once it's on there, like I said, it's really not noticeable. And then once you put the glass back on with it, it's really not noticeable. And you'll see with the finished project here. Okay, so I didn't put the glass back on. I thought I did. But yeah, you can't, this is pretty good lighting, and you really can't see that hole at all. If you're really looking for it, and you can probably see it, but I just love this. Such a great picture to hang up on the wall, to use as anything. So next up, I'm so in love with this. These are 2 frames I found at I think I found them at a garage sale, or one at Goodwill maybe, for like $1 or $2. They didn't have the glass in them, they're just the wood, but they're really solid wood frames. So I've got some poster board here, and I'm just measuring out the sizes that I need for these 2 frames. So one of the frames is a little bit larger than the other frame, and so I want to make sure I have enough poster board that's going to sit on the back of this but not show through the other side. So basically just enough that's going to fit that little lip on the back side of this frame. And so I cut out the poster board to fit this large one, and then I'll cut it out to fit the small one as well. And for this, I am going to be using the matte side of the poster board. When you're working with poster board, there's like a really shiny, smooth side, and then there's like a really matte kind of like more paper feeling side. And so I recommend using that more matte side. It's going to make it look, I think, just a little bit better. And not look like you're kind of just sticking stickers on things. So here I am measuring out. I have just enough on this poster board to fit in that smaller frame, which worked out perfectly. And these frames are just like very slightly different colors, but honestly, I kind of like that. You could obviously paint these or sand them and stain them if you want them to look a different color, but I wanted this to be, easy and simple and not get like too crazy with anything. So basically these are wall art stickers, and I'm going to make these to make 2 art prints. So I'm kind of just looking and deciding what I think's gonna go well where, and I think this is a super cute set. They have so many different ones at Dollar Tree to pick from. I mean, there's so many different ones online if you don't want to use a Dollar Tree one, but you know, you just can't think too much about them. Place them how you think it's going to look good. And I really liked this. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's basically grown-ups. So, and like I said, these are wall art decals, so you can absolutely stick them right on the wall if you want to do it that way and make this even more easier for you. And they're really like, easy to remove, so they're not going to cause like damage to your wall or do anything like that. So I really like that, but I thought a fun way to use these would be to frame them and just kind of step it up a notch as far as display goes. And so I'm just fitting this into the back of that first frame. And I think I just trimmed off a little bit to make sure it was going to fit nice and perfectly in the back of that frame. And it worked out well. I'm putting down the little tabs to hold it in place, and I just absolutely love it. And the second one is there, all done. And oh, I'm so excited to put these up on my wall. I just think they turned out so cute. They're so cohesive. And the frame sizing is perfect. Just so happy with how these turned out. And that pack of stickers was $1.25. These frames, like I said, I think were like $1 each or something. So again, less than $5. These ceramic balls are so cute at Dollar Tree. They had so many different ones this year. I decided I want to paint these some more neutral colors that'll go better with my decor. So there, I painted them. I did paint them white first because the spray paint was going to take way too many coats. So I did paint them white first before I spray painted them. The two light colors anyway, just as a tip. But with these balls I got at Dollar Tree too. I got these I think last year with their nautical line. And they all have these kind of like handles on them. And I'm taking those off because I'm going to be putting these all in a bowl together for like a ball mixture in a bowl. I almost said that wrong. And so with this, I am burning the nautical rope on these, or the cord, because it does have a lot of like little hairs and all of that, and it just makes it look so much better with all of those burned off. And I'm kind of showing you the difference. The left is burned, the right is not. And so I just think it makes it look much more cleaned up, a lot nicer to have all of those little hairs burned off the balls. That might be a little meticulous. You can absolutely not do that part. You can also kind of shave it with scissors too, like I'm doing here. But the burning method just really cleans it up. If it scares you, you can always have a little bit of water next to you, but I've never had an incident where the burning has gotten out of control. So, just as, my thoughts on the process. So I did think the cleaning up with the scissors did help a little bit before I went in and burned it. Because there are a lot of little hairs on these balls. I don't know why. I don't feel like the normal nautical rope, like just the plain stuff you get from Dollar Tree, is that hairy. Maybe it is. But these were just just had a lot of excess on them. And so I just wanted to do that first. But here is the bowl full of balls. It's hard to say. And even those little like wooden ones, those are from Dollar Tree too, in different mixes. So this is super affordable, super easy. It makes a great statement piece, a great centerpiece. I just threw a couple lamb's ear greenery in there to add to that. And this is that was a Crate and Barrel bowl I got at Goodwill, I think for like $2 a long time ago. Next up anyway is this home sign. And I just love this little ladder that this home sign is on. I didn't want the home part to stay in there, so I did take that off, and you can see I'm just using my X-Acto knife trying to get under the glue. I was going to cut it off individually, and then I was like, nah, that's not going to work. So I just removed it with the X-Acto knife, getting under that glue, and then it eventually just kind of popped off really easy once I got those first two, as you can see there. So that came off, and then I'm going to remove the little greenery, which is stapled on, unfortunately, because I wanted to remove those staples too. But, and then that's going to make, this is kind of like a plain wood ladder, but I wanted to make it white. So we're going to make it white, and, it looks good, the plain wood, but I don't know, for some reason, white was calling to me. I'm also going to add some more greenery back onto this. So I think I wanted that contrast of the white and the greenery. So I just, again, got some scrap greenery pieces that I have. This is some Dollar Tree eucalyptus. There's, just some random green pieces that I had like at the bottom of my flowers, bin. So, I'm just kind of cascading them up this ladder, and I want it to look, kind of as naturally as I can, where it would be like if a normal plant was growing up this ladder. And I believe I hot glued these pieces down, and that worked out really well. And that is pretty much it. It was really easy, really simple, and honestly, this was $1.25. If you've got some scrap pieces of greenery around, that's it. This whole thing's $1.25, and I absolutely love this little ladder. I think it's such a cute piece to add on anywhere. Oh, I did sand it down to give it a little bit of a rougher exterior and make it look a little bit worn, but $1.25 for this whole piece. I might even set it up against that bowl or next to that bowl of balls. And so I cannot believe some of these pieces are just so inexpensive. I don't think anything's more than $5 that we're making today. So and they're stuff you can use all year. Like, it just is so amazing to me, what you can do if you want to put in a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, nothing too crazy. Here it is all finished. You can see a little roughed up there from the sanding, but the greenery just kind of climbs up. Oh, I love this tiny little ladder so much. Something about like miniature things just really grab my heart. So hopefully they do for you too. They're definitely great to add into any decor situation and really just add a pop of joyfulness. Okay, so here is one of the hula hoops from Dollar Tree. I think this is a medium-sized one. So Dollar Tree, most all their hula hoops are covered in this like plastic sticker, like holographic sticker wrap. And so I'm finding the middle of the hula hoop. That's where it's connected and it kind of bulges out a little bit. And so I'm finding it there, trying to get the sticker off from that point because I think it's going to be easier. But you really just got to kind of cut at it and make a spot where you can grab a lot of the sticker off. And you can see it's kind of coming off in little pieces at first, but then eventually like big chunks of it start to come off, and then like just the whole thing is off. So it can be like a little bit to get it going, but you can see like once you get started, those bigger chunks really start coming off easily. So and it's nice and black underneath, and you just pull that right off. Super easy. I love how easy it is once you get it going. And then you've got that connection piece, and what you want to do is take out all the little things inside of there that make that like hula hoop rattle. So take all of those out because you don't want your wreath statement piece to be jingling around. I guess it wouldn't matter too much if you have it on a door and it moves at all, like it's gonna jingle if you keep those in there. So I'm gonna spray this. I believe it's Rust-Oleum's Hammer Gold. Oh, I'm gonna glue this together. I want to make sure that does not come apart at all, because it's a pretty snug fit, but that holographic tape also held that together, and so I just want to make sure that it's going to stay nice nice and snug once we start getting all of our greenery and stuff on here. So I definitely recommend gluing that just in case. And so like I said, I'm going to do the Rust-Oleum hammered gold. I just really like that look. So I spray painted that outside. I got this greenery from Michael's after Christmas time at 70% off, and I think I paid like $2 or $3 for those pink eucalyptus branches. So worth it. Honestly, always, you guys, shop the stores after holidays. And then some of this is from the Target dollar spot for $1. That gold eucalyptus was $1. And then the peonies that I got was actually from Amazon. I think I paid $7 for 2 big bunches of the peonies, which is such a great deal. Those little gold pieces on that piece that I made were also from Target dollar spot. Like, so what I like to do is bunch stuff together and then wrap it with jute cord in the middle, and that just makes it really sturdy. I don't have to have it hang on to anything. And then what's nice is I'll glue that jute cord piecing down to whatever, a wreath to a wreath form, and then usually it's a lot easier to get off of there, and a lot of times I can reuse that or reuse the greenery that's in there. So it's a lot better than just like gluing all of those pieces together, is clumping them all together how you want them in your hand and then wrapping the jute cord around. But here I'm attaching it to the hoop with some glue, and then I'm also wrapping some jute cord around it to make sure it stays in place. So this is most of like how the greenery is going to look on here, but I'm going to have some flowers over that jute cord to really accentuate that as like the centerpiece. And I really like the look of the wreaths that are kind of turned sideways. So normally like this wreath, that would be like just the bottom part of it, and that's how it's decorated. But I really like the look of having the side of the wreath decorated. I really like the way that it looks. I feel like it really just, I feel like that really just brings out so much more in the wreath, having it on the side there. It's just such a statement piece. So you can see I added the peonies over that jute cording in the middle there. But you really just kind of go with your heart on what you want to pick and choose and add into your greenery and what goes with your decor. But I absolutely love that wreath. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy crafting.